Hey guys, Peter Henry here, chilling on a Sunday afternoon. And one thing I was thinking about and going through over my mind was the idea of challenges and really what it means to challenge yourself and how to go forward and how challenges can benefit your life. See, I think we spend a lot of our time doing the things that we're comfortable with, going to the places that we know, like say going out on the weekend, that kind of stuff. And we talk about, growth is happening someday. I really want to do this thing. I want to do this thing with my life, that kind of stuff. But usually, when you want to do something with your life, when you want to do something different, you want to create an objective, you're currently not that person who can do that. So, what I mean is that you need to be able to grow into the person that can hold those objectives, that can pull those ideas from the dream world and make them reality. And the way you do that is through challenge, in my opinion. I think challenges are one definitely great way to grow yourself, and one definitely a great way to push yourself. Um, for instance, I regularly do 30-day challenges where I will have a bunch of things that I want to do once a day, and I have to be able to log them every day. So one of my 30-day challenges last month was cold showers. Absolutely terrifying, especially in the wintertime in Edmonton. Brutally cold. But you know what's crazy? 14 days later, I learned to love it. Like actually though, like it's better than coffee. It has absolutely no, chemical aside from the ones that it releases in your body, and it wakes you the hell up. I'm talking if you had 1 hour of sleep, 10 hours of sleep, you wake up feeling groggy, you wake up feeling underrested, whatever. The moment that cold icy water hits your head, whew, yeah, it just takes the breath right out of you, and man, you're awake, and you're awake for the next several hours, if not all day. Just kind of shakes the sleep right off of you. So that was one challenge that I really appreciated because by about 2 weeks in, I stopped really being afraid of them and I started to learn to like them. By about 30 days in, I'm fucking jazzed. Like, I am stoked to have a cold shower and I can stay there, for minutes. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't bother me. And it stretches you in ways that you didn't think possible. So it carries out into the real world too. If you're no longer afraid of something like cold showers, what else do you think you can push yourself into? You've pushed yourself into one thing, it kind of opens the doors for others. It kind of makes you go, and a bunch of other things just don't seem that scary. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty rewarding that way. It also feels like an edge too. You've given yourself a new tool to become more productive. You've given yourself a new tool to accomplish the things you want to do and be able to stretch yourself a little bit. I also want to talk about yearly challenges as well, or just like ongoing challenges. I've taken on two year-long challenges. One of them is no alcohol, period, not a drop, um, for all of 2017, and then the other challenge is no retail. So every single one of my purchases for like clothing, electronics, fun stuff, anything like that is going to come from Kijiji or Letgo or Facebook, used marketplace, friends, that kind of thing. And the reason I'm doing that is because I really want to see if it's possible to trade your way to having better things. And I want to be able to save some money as well too. I don't know about you, but I am a terrible spender. I can make money really, really fast, but man, does it ever let go really quickly too. It it flies out of my hands like sand. It's terrible, and so I want to be able to get a better grip on that. And I think not being so ready to pull the trigger on brand new retail stuff, even though I know I can have it right there, will give me like a kind of pause and that mental space to think about what it is I'm purchasing and really, change the way I value my money and change the way I value my time because as we all know, time is money. Most of us trade our time for money. Even entrepreneurs who have assets that can make them money, they still have to trade their time up front to be able to build those assets. And depending on what it is, they still need to pay a lot of attention to what they're doing in order to keep moving forward and to keep earning money from whatever their assets that they built. And I think it'd be really interesting to see if I can take my first initial sale, which was my power tools, over Kijiji, take that 200 something dollars and grow it as well too, and see if I can take it and continuously flip stuff until I get better and better things, higher and higher profits, and see if I could use that as an avenue to like pay down my debts, maybe think about commodities differently, think about business differently. And it's through these challenges, through these different kind of parameters, that I feel you'll be able to grow into a better person, or the version of the person that is going to be the person that will actually live up to what it is you wanted to do in the first place, what it is you said you were going to do in the first place. And with that being said, you know, it's really the most interesting part of challenges is what it makes you think about outside of it. You know, yeah, sure, it might be nice to be able to save some money. You're probably healthier not drinking alcohol, but things that it develops inside of you that have nothing really to do with the challenges, you know, like the mentality, such as like, and the self-control and the integrity, that kind of stuff is really, really interesting. And it'll be interesting to see, you know, who you attract in your life when you do set these kind of structures for yourself. So while a lot of people tend to look at challenges as something that's limiting, something that creates a restriction and can create a sense of deprivation, truly these challenges, these structures is actually what creates your sense of freedom. Because if you didn't have any of these structures, if you didn't have anything to live up to or hold yourself to, you could essentially end up doing a lot more harm to yourself than good, say for health wise. Like maybe if you didn't, you know, follow a diet and you just ate whatever you wanted, chances are over time that's not going to do well for you. Maybe if you didn't wake up at a certain time and go to bed at a certain time, you would get a really weird sleep pattern. And you wouldn't feel very well rested. You wouldn't be able to perform the way you need to perform. So same with this. So when it comes to saving money, only buying used and only trading items is going to be pretty useful, I feel, and it might help me think about money in a very, very different way. As well, sorry, my cat is just going crazy back there. What the heck? Meows the beams. Shh, 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 shh. Like 2 more minutes. Okay, 2 more minutes. All right. And kind of losing my train of thoughts. Thanks for following with me. But yeah, I feel like these structures ultimately give you the freedom you're looking for. They give you the confidence that you can do what it is you set yourself up to do, what it is you put your mind to, in almost passive ways. You know, like you give yourself these like kind of guidelines to follow, and then you grow along it. It's like when you grow a vine plant, you're not just going to plant the vines and like the tomato vines or the grape vines and just hope that they grow up. No, you're going to build a lattice for it as well too, set it behind it, and then the vine figures it out and moves along the lattice, and that's how it grows tall. That's how it creates prosperous fruit, creates plentiful bounty, all that kind of thing. So same with human beings. You know, you give them a little bit of structure, restriction, something to work in, and the only direction you can go is up. And challenges are the ones that fuel your upward trajectory. So I want to ask you this and leave you guys with a question. Meows are being shh. I want to leave you guys with a question. How today are you challenging yourself? How today are you stretching yourself just that little bit? What is it that you're doing that's pushing you in ways that you never thought you could grow, and in ways that you never thought you could go before? Feel free to leave it in the comments below. I would love to hear about it, love to read about it, and see how those things are doing. And if you like my video, if you like what it is I'm doing and what it is I'm putting out there, I would be super grateful if you hit the subscribe button as well too. Thank you very much. Take care.